But to be fair, if you knew every day when you woke up that you would go outside, get on the bus, and violate all 3 laws of thermodynamics, you wouldn't be complaining about English homework. That alone shows that something's messed up.
Equally delusional is many politicians' blind faith that funneling more dollars into the existing status apparatus is not just throwing more dollars down the well. I go to school. This is the daily experience where it's like bad systems, bad curriculum. But because I live in America, I have a worse education than people who live in Finland and Korea. When America is richer, America has a stronger military, America is more of a dominant force in the world than Finland and Korea. So we should have the education level of Finland and Korea. That is why I am proposing a bill, if I were congressman. A bill for education reform and school vouchers and school choice. School choice and school vouchers. School vouchers are money that the government gives to parents to decide where their child goes to school. So they send their child to a private school, to a religious school. There are also charter schools, which is another flavor of school choice. Charter schools are funded by the school district, but are independent from the school district. There are many flavors of school choice. Not everyone agrees with them. A lot of people disagree with them. A lot of people agree with them. But the reason I personally believe in school vouchers is in one rigorous study, scholars from Harvard and the Brookings Institution found that school vouchers in New York significantly increased the proportion of African American students who went on to attend college. This is a good thing, meaning not everyone who is white and rich and lives in a rich neighborhood is benefited by school vouchers and education reform. Even like people who were born in historically poor neighborhoods, people whose ancestors were poor, they can run a fair race in America like everyone else. To be fair, while I am kind of dissing the American public education system, it is not the hardworking teacher's fault. It is the fault of the system. The system is bad. They expect that if they just throw money at the problem, it'll go away. That's not the real answer. You can do stuff like 1 teacher to every 17 students, which would increase the employment opportunities for teachers, meaning that in a classroom of 34, so like an average social studies class, you'd have two teachers, which both is good for the students and is also good for the school's employment roles.
Take a look at this graph here. This graph shows federal spending to reading, math, and science scores, 3 of the core subjects. If you look very closely, you might notice that though reading, math, and science scores stayed the same, federal spending went up a little bit. By a little bit, I mean it went up 200%. Where are they getting all this money from, you might be asking? Well,
though Finland has a much higher standardized test score than the United States, you can't really compare the two. All of Finland has about the same population as New York City, and Finland is a lot more spread out. We have a lot more kids to teach and to deal with than Finland does. But still, our system obviously isn't working, so it doesn't hurt to try to change.
We need change. We need change.
We need change.
objection!
Wait, we no longer need change. Look at what I found in my drawer. I got some change. Let's go.